Welcome back to you and I. So today we are going to discuss about the farmers' protest and what the Supreme Court action on this farmers' bill and how they are going to proceed with the bill. So after so many days, after losing about almost 100 lives of farmers and 45 days of their serious agitation in day, night, weather, whatsoever the condition it is, whether they have food or not, doesn't matter. So after 45 days of their serious, rigorous agitation and protest, which is our strength of democracy though. So today Supreme Court, based on the files which was came to their petitions, petitions which are filed. So they were taken up by the Chief Justice of India, Mr. Bob Day. So what he said based on these bills, based on the situation right now is he put a stay for the implementation of the bills. Basically, bills are not made in the courts, they are made in the assembly and parliament, those areas, right? But they can be holded, they can be put on to stay before they are implemented or during their implementation time period as well, or even after implementing them. The courts has a capacity to do that. So the Chief Justice of India has done a great job by putting the hold, which means a stay on the bills. Until here, it's very good. We all are happy with that. Now comes the next task. What are they really going to do with these by applying a stay on these bills? What Supreme Court told is, yes, we are going to do this thing and we are going to form a new committee. So what that committee is going to say, what that committee is about means, they said they are going to appoint 4 people on this committee and they will bring the decision or situation to their table, and the Supreme Court from there will make a decision based on that. So this committee, whom do they go by? They will be going by the farmers. So now, when we see who are the people who are involved in that committee, when we see in the reality, when the committee is formed by the Supreme Court, there are 4 people involved in this. The first person is Bhupinder Singh Maan. He is a very great man, famous man. He was fighting for the farmers' agitation and all these things. But at this point of time, he is supporting only the bill. He is supporting the bill. What he is saying exactly is this will increase the competition among the farmers and which will bring the best out of them. I don't know whether the competition will be capable for the farmers who are so small in the business, in the industry, who holds only 2 acres or 3 acres of land. I wonder what kind of competition could they bring to the table into the market by doing from these bills. I don't know whether he has read it or not. Well, we will leave it to his discretion. Second person, Anil Ghanwat. This man says, farmers has great opportunities because the market is open and the laws are great. So now we have a capacity for the farmers to do the best. Boss man, please read the laws once again because you are a senior person in the industry who's struggling for the farmers. That is a different story. But now when you look at the law, please read the law thoroughly. Third person, Ashok. Mr. Ashok is saying, he says because they can store the the cultivated crop. So when they can store the cultivated crop, they can bring inflation, and they have a capacity. When there is inflation, the farmers can sell. But I have a question: how many farmers can store? How many farmers do have godowns? Most of the farmers are below 3 acres of land, who has to sell the crop right away as soon as they get it, and they have to clear their bills and checks and whatsoever. And with more 95% of the people, no, 90, more than 95% of the people, they sell their crop within 2 weeks, which come to the market. So I wonder what this man is saying about. Now comes Mr. Joshi, Dr. P.K. Joshi. Mr. Joshi says any bill which will dilute, which will reduce the strength of this bill, if it is diluted, it will be destroying the farmers' benefits. Okay, so now my question is to the Supreme Court of India. Sir, you put up a committee with 4 members. Well, that is okay. But all the 4 people are supporting only the bill. There is nobody who is opposing the bill in this committee. So what can we expect from them right now? So if you feel that they have read everything, I mean the committee members knows everything about this bill, it means it's a clear indication that they are well aware about the law and they'll be going only what is what they have read about. Let us assume they did not read it. Without reading, if they are going by the farmers, what are they going to achieve? What are they going to bring it to your table? I wonder. Now, this kind of committee will put Supreme Court in a questionable position, in a real questionable position. Kindly, the Supreme Court should protect the democracy. On one hand, the government is putting an iron leg on the farmers' agitation. They are crucifying the farmers. So far, 100 people have died. Still, the Prime Minister of India don't care, and he never went to talk to them at all. This is the irony of the situation. And on the second side, you are killing the democracy, you are killing the rights of the farmers by appointing this committee. When you want to appoint a committee based on the farmers and their agitation, at least 2 people will be supporting law and 2 people will be supporting the government bill. That did not happen in this case. So then what happened then? It says it's a straight shot that 4 people supporting the bill and that is the end of the talk. After this bill, okay, which is on hold right now, once when the talks goes between the farmers and the committee members, of course, farmers don't want to come in front of the committee members because they know what will be the answer if they come in front of the committee members. Now, if this bill is passed, because when you set up a committee and this committee will be bringing onto the same table what they have been expecting from before. This won't do any benefit to the farmers. Already farmers are 10,000 farmers are dying per annum in our country. More than 10,000 actually. So my question is, enough, sir. It's our right and responsibility to protect a farmer because more than 70% of our families are involved in farming. So my question is straight. Please kindly protect farmers, and farmers they need their demands, which are very genuine. A minimum support price and whatever they are asking is a very genuine thing. Already on the global hunger index, we are standing at the 94th position. Countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh are doing better than us. So my question to government of India or agriculture ministry or the prime minister or chief justice of India, when somebody is doing agitation for 45 days, it's all our responsibility to stay, to go and to talk to them, and see what are their demands and resolve them. You can't keep a farmer just on the roads for the past 45 days in this kind of bad weather. Already COVID is going around and plenty people are falling in sick. There are people who are the age of my mother and your mothers as well. You understand? So kindly don't do these kind of things. I know these kind of things are not favoring anything. Nobody, including the government, because at the end of the day, government is formed by people and majority of the people today are farmers, and still for next few years, definitely farmers are going to be majority in our country. So kindly repeal these laws and see what the best could be achieved. And to the Supreme Court, sir, if at all, if you want to achieve a community, make sure few people are on that side, few people are on this side, and increase the number. Let it go to 20. Let it go to 20 number of members in the committee so that some good will come out of it. 10 people supporting it, 10 people opposing it, and few lawyers inside that, and some social organizations. When people are involved, educated professors, and so when it has diversification, the possibility of good will come out of it. That is what the rule of statistics. So kindly don't put Supreme Court in a questionable position. Let the democracy prevail, and the government of India, which is the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, he has to go by the farmers and see and talk to them. Make sure the like their agitation is resolved in a smooth and a perfect way, which is good for the farmers and for the country. Kindly take farmers into consideration because they are our backbone still. Jai Kisan, Jai Hind.